Next question is, do online companies deliver to Saipan? Yes, they do. Many of them do. When I first got here, many did not even know that Saipan existed, or they believed it was an international location. So by now, Amazon definitely ships here, and a lot of the big companies have incorporated shipping to Saipan, shipping rates to Saipan in order to make life easy. However, if you are ordering from a company that's not a well-established company, then you may want to do what I do. Before I place an order, whether it's through a seller on eBay, whether it's through a an independent health product company, or the other day I was looking to purchase a drone. So before I make the purchase, I send an email to customer service, and it generally reads something like, I'm here on Saipan, U.S. territory in U.S. Postal Zone 8, along with Guam and Hawaii. It is considered U.S. domestic mail, and then in parentheses I'll put, it is not international mail from the U.S. The U.S. state code is MP, and the U.S. zip code is 96950. First class priority rates apply, just as if you were shipping to New York or California. However, a customs form 2976 will be required. So and then I'll add, will this be an issue? Will you be able to fulfill this order using flat rate or priority mail, so that it gets here in a reasonable time, usually 7 to 10 days. If they don't ship it priority mail, then it's possible that it could take 30 days, 60 days, because it'll go by ship. So you want to make sure that if someone is shipping it to you, that they're not sending it media mail, or formerly known as fourth class rate mail. If you need it quickly, then you want to make sure they're sending it flat rate or straight priority. All right, so the answer to your question is yes, but a lot of companies are still not aware. Now, two very important things to be aware of. Sometimes when you're using this shopping cart to place an order, you may see Northern Mariana Islands under US as a US state. You'll see Guam, Hawaii, Virgin Islands, and that's a software issue. So some companies will be using software that recognizes the territories as part of the United States. At the same time, some companies are using software that lists Northern Mariana Islands as a separate country. So you check both. You want to make sure that the company will not charge you international. If, for example, they're shipping from the US, you want to make sure that they know that it's domestic mail and that the same rates apply, so that you're not charged an international rate. Now, each company is different, and some, because of how their shipping department is set up, it may be overseas, it may be done in such a way that they don't have any control over the shopping cart. But generally, there are two reasons why a company may not ship to Saipan. One is simply that they have never received an order from Saipan, so they're not aware of it. And the other, if they're using software, it will simply be a matter of tweaking the software, adding a line of code in the software to bring it up to date. So you, as the expert, have to make sure that you let them know that Saipan, aka Northern Mariana Islands, is not a foreign country. It is not international mail. It is a U.S. territory in the same postal zone as Guam and Hawaii, which they may have heard of, and that's postal zone 8. So usually, if you make things clear, it takes them a while to wrap their heads around it, because the fact that it's on the other side of the world, intuitively they believe that it's international mail. But you know better, so make sure you don't take that as the final answer. Make sure you speak to someone who can guarantee you that they will ship it domestic, if you're shipping from the US, for example, and that they have access to be able to tweak the software. So anyway, that's to answer that question. Do online companies ship to Saipan? Yes, but don't take it for granted. Make sure you do a little due diligence first to guarantee that that happens. The other thing that you can do, this is a trick that was actually taught to me by someone at the post office. What you could do, if Guam is an option, you could actually put Guam. Some of the software will prevent you from doing it for various reasons, but you could put Guam, and then put the zip code 96950, which is Saipan zip code. And when it gets to Guam, they will usually be able to reroute it. So you could put something like your address, PO Box so and so, and then you could put MP in that line as well. Then put GU for Guam, but make sure it's Saipan zip code 96950. That's sometimes will work, but sometimes because the software will detect your IP address, then it might, not give you the option of choosing Guam or as an option. So anyway, that's the answer to the question. Do online companies ship to Saipan? Yes, they do, but you have to make sure that they are aware of what they're doing. So see you in the next video.
You know, hear what the man say.